All right. Good morning. Let's see who's here. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Who just popped in? Probably Carol. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Who's first? Good morning. I see two. I see two. Troublemaker. Hello. Were you first? Were you first, Trouble? And how was your morning going, sweetheart? Ah, well, that's good. That's good. I'm goofing off this morning. I went live on TikTok, y'all, and pissed the whole system off. It booted me out, shut me off. Morning, going good, still in bed, laughing my ass off, being lazy. Yep. I laughed this morning. We got started in Red Cactus and just flew with it this morning and had a ball. We had her just in stitches. That's why I go in her room, because I make her laugh. Good morning, Miss Abed, and good morning, Miss Carol. Loves you. How is everybody doing? I worked with Jamie till almost midnight last night, and I told her I was going to go live for a few minutes this morning. Just hey, Yvette, just to see if I can help her get the rest of her stuff going. And Yvette, what you up to this morning, and how's your morning going? And Carol, how are you this morning? You get the grandkids today, right? All of them. Oh, and did you go to the concert? Did you decide to go? You're not feeling good. I was like that yesterday morning. I actually went back to bed. I do not have any idea why it keeps doing that, but it is irritating. Yvette says, sub, hit, like, and share, and it flags it. I don't get it. So I was sitting out here a few minutes ago, and I started hearing this annoying noise. It sounded like singing, but it sounded like a croaking bullfrog singing. And it's crazy. Trouble says it flags it in Jamie's chat too. I laugh about it. It doesn't make any sense. It's like they don't want you to use those terms. Sub, like, and share. Oh my God. If we grow, it's terrible if we grow. Hey, Lee Bart. Hello, Lee. How are you doing? And how has your morning been, sweetheart? Some of the things YouTube does. Lee says, good to see ya. Trouble says, good to see you, Lee. So this morning, as I was telling the chat earlier, I actually went live on TikTok. And it took them, I'll get to that in just a minute, Lee. It took them like, I think, less than 5 minutes to take me off. And I mean, when I say take me off, I mean they kicked me out. And they actually, on my very first live on TikTok, gave me a suspension. It was funny. Okay, so update on Dad. I'm a little concerned because I called and talked to him yesterday, and he answered the phone, sounding tired. Got good news though. His oxygen level is up to 100%, which means that he's breathing despite the fluid if it's still there. This morning they were trying to, or supposed to, by injection, get the fluid off his lungs that kept him from going home. So they're supposed to be pulling that off today. What doesn't make any sense to me is I have asthma, and if I can't breathe because of pollen or whatever, then the last thing that I'm going to have is almost 100% oxygen level. Okay. Mine will be down to like 92, 93 when I'm in a real bad asthma attack. Mine will be real, real low. So how is a man going to have 100% oxygen but have that much fluid on his lungs? Something just doesn't sound right. So I'm going to let that go. But we'll see this morning what happens. I'm going to call and check on him in a little while. But the nurses and all have been keeping him awake. So, but still at the hospital as of today. And yes, troublemaker, I was causing trouble without you. And yes, it is a crime. But see, you know, I don't think any website that we go to or that we are involved in really likes the truthing movement. They don't want people to know. They don't want people to unite. They don't want, and so they're after us lock, stock, and barrel. And they're trying to stop us lock, stock, and barrel. Good morning, Miss Barbara. It makes no sense. I mean, if you can control the internet, then maybe we, the people, need to develop our own damn internet. Can we do that? Can we have a patriot internet that they can't mess with? Just curious. Trouble says, it may be the fluid. It just makes his body work harder to get the 100%. Right. That's what I'm thinking too. But if you have that much fluid on your lungs, you won't be breathing at 100% because no one could. Right? I can't. When I have an asthma attack, my breathing's terrible. You guys are going to have to hang on. I got to go get some tissue. I'll be right back. I don't understand how come I can't get my main viewer to watch my live stream. I apologize, y'all. Apologize. But I can't sit here and let my nose run. It's terrible. Well, it is. And not only that too, but you know, I'm trying to figure out a way to bring more awareness to Child Protective Services. and actually coordinated somehow to start getting stories out there. And I had it started on TikTok before on my previous account. And I swear I was holding the damn phone in my hand and I was posting the video. And the next thing I know, my phone shuts the hell off. It restarts and my app on TikTok was gone. Instead, when I clicked on TikTok on my phone, the icon itself, it took me to like a promo version. I couldn't search for nobody. I couldn't add nobody. TikTok determined who I could watch and who I couldn't. I mean, I literally had no power over my account at all. So, I was so pissed off. I took the shit off my phone. I'm not doing anything, Nina Rice. How are you? You see what you see it. I'm bored and not bored, but a little pissed off too, because, you know, people need to understand that for everybody that's out there telling the truth, there's 15 social media companies that's ready to take you down. They are determined that this shit is not going to be known. And to the point that they are stopping it. And we, the people, have got to figure out how to stop that. Because the movement's going to die if we don't. Good morning, Miss Kathy. It's going to die if we don't. So, I done pissed TikTok off again. By the time I go back on there, I may not have an account. And it was the first live I've ever had, and they shut me down. It was just, it's sad situation. And I think they're all fucking crazy, honestly. So I went in the bedroom a while ago, and Deuce is laying there, and I think he's listening to Glenn Beck. And I told him, I said, you know, there's this cute little thing on YouTube right now that's live, and she looks a lot like me. And it's really sad that I can't get my biggest fan into the live stream. And he just laughed, but it's true. He does not mess with me in the live stream anymore. He pretty much stays everywhere else. It's messed up. All right, let's see what's going on the chat. Good morning, Third. She says, good morning, Freedom Family. I know, but damn. You know, it's just, I'm so sick of it, Carol. I'm so tired of it. And that's what people are not getting. For everything that we're trying to do, there's some idiot that makes mega millions of bucks every second there to derail what we're doing. Or call it the George Soros fact checkers, whatever you want to do. Trouble says, Carol, they did me, but hubby says I have my own FBI, fake book investigator, because I'm always in trouble on Facebook. I've been, you know what, until I started waking up and started speaking out, I'd never had a problem on YouTube, Facebook, nothing. But I stay in Facebook jail more than anybody I know. And my Aunt Shirley also stays in Facebook jail. And I use a fake Facebook account to order her a Facebook jail coffee mug and send it to her. From one convict to another. We get it. So what's going on, everybody, this morning? Anything interesting? And Carol, did you go to the concert? And are you still getting the kids today? So I worked with Jamie until about 12 o'clock last night. I noticed that she finally got to a place where she could put the link on the screen. But I'll tell you what's going on. She has Apple phones and an Apple iPad, and that's what she's using. And it's completely different from Android. So getting her engaged, I'm going to have to do it live. Third says, I have never ended up in Facebook jail and don't know how I've managed that. You just ain't said the right things, I think, is what it comes down to. I will pray for you. As a matter of fact, I think you should start a live stream, Granny's Chaos, and let everybody watch. Nina says, Miss Deuce, I can't think of anyone I'd rather make questionable choices with than you. We better get busy. Trouble's not going to cause itself. Lots of love. What do you want to do? Whatever you want to do, let's do it. I'm all game. I am all game for the trouble. But that's okay. Trouble says, I stay on Facebook parole, laughing my ass off. Don't we all? And you know what? The main reason I have a Facebook account is my Freedom Family now, because I'm more plugged into my Freedom Family on Facebook than I've ever been. And Facebook Marketplace, because it's an awesome thing. So Kathy says, speaking of the kids, what's up about what you wrote it pop up? Explain, Kathy. I'm lost. Ask. You're gonna have to like tell me, because I'm confused, which is nothing unusual. I stay confused, but no, my two got up this morning about foster kids. It's the truth. It is the truth. The link that I put in there is like this. Okay. Stu Peterson's My Little Ones. If you'll watch it, it's on Facebook. I put it on there. If you'll watch it, it'll explain everything. You have to sit back and watch it. And he gets into the CPS agency and how they get paid and how they get all this money pushed out in the states. The states get extra money simply by taking the kids out of the home. And then they put them in foster care, and mom and dad's too busy trying to win them back to, they have no privileges once they're taken. Parents don't know where they are. They don't have any idea what kind of setting they're in. It's literally, you're being railroaded. All right, Lee, what did you think about it? Okay, if you watched it, tell us what you thought. And anybody can come in the box. Okay, the box is open this morning. I'm having a bad hair day. That's why the bandana's on my head. If you see something on my head, I'm hiding my hair. I don't feel like doing my hair first thing in the mornings. I may lay back down and take a nap by the end of the day. Who knows? But yeah. All right. So we're waiting on Lee to tell us what he thought. Lee says, unbelievable what's happening. Absolutely. If you have not watched the link that I posted, please watch it. It explains everything in great detail. And he is absolutely right. And until we stand up and start doing something about some of this shit, it's not going to make any difference. Trouble says, it's like every other occupation. There is a great and evil in all of them. Like I said, I have seen both sides of CPS and have worked with great workers and horrible workers. And the thing is I know you're a female. We didn't have this out one time. Exactly. This ties into you being an organ donor as well. And I've been warned by other people, and I will tell you this from the bottom of my heart. I have always wanted to be an organ donor, simply because if I'm dying, I'm so sorry. Lee, I'm sorry. If I'm dying and something in my body will help someone live, I have no problem with that. But they are taking it to an extreme to where they can literally like get you and harvest your organs before you are sick and kill you, because there's so much money on the black market on this stuff. So it's not, if you are an organ donor and it's on your license, take that shit off. Just take it off. And I'm human, Lee. I'm human. I would love to see what Lee looks like. Lee, you'll have to send me a picture to the Freedom Misfits email and let me see what you look like. But yeah, I'll do it, and I don't mean nothing by it. You just have to get on to me. Trouble says, Nina, yepers sometimes, and also sometimes, like my last fosters, were sent back home way too soon and endured much more abuse from their legal parents. And third says, I was just talking about this recently. I'm an organ donor and have been considering removing it. I already have. And not only that, good morning, Sunshine. And how are you doing? And this is the first time I've seen you in chat. Check to Carolyn Third. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the Smoking Aces, because that's what my chatters are. And it's really bad. The kids that are being the most mistreated, they're leaving them there because maybe they're undesirable to them. I don't know. But yeah, they somehow or another, the organ donations and the human and child trafficking there's a correlation. It is my first time chatting. Okay, well, what brings you to Double Deuces? Did you just see us live? Trouble says, Yepper, I removed organ donor from mine as well a few years ago. My family knows what I want, and will do it. Correct. Well, good morning. Good morning. Good morning and welcome to the chat. Go ahead and sub and stay with us. We are all freedom fighters in here. This is a humongous freedom family that you just jumped yourself into. We talk about a lot of crap in here, and I hold nothing back. Nothing back. Okay, and yes, good morning, Miss Barbara. I just seen you. Nina says, my mom was a cancer survivor of 48 years. God healed her because she previously had cancer. She wasn't able to donate her body to science. Don't make sense. It does, because I'll tell you why. My dad is also a cancer survivor. He had paratesticular cancer, and the particular type he had, we're good, Carol, thank you much. The particular type he had was extremely rare, and the survival rate was very, very low. And he actually did not finish his chemo and his radiation because it literally scorched his private areas, which is where his cancer started. No, we don't know. And the thing about it is, we may never know. But going back to the thing, cancer, the treatments for cancer, the radiation and the chemo, it scars your body so bad that no, they probably don't want it donated to science for that reason. Or maybe they're afraid that we're going to find something out, that we're not supposed to know. I can tell you this, chemotherapy and radiation therapy, yes, they kill the cancer cells, some of them. But they also kill every healthy cell you have in your body. And your immunity cells, your T cells, is what helps you fight shit off. So that's why when people are going through chemo and radiation, they don't let anyone near them because a common cold will kill them. Because they have killed their defense mechanism. Sunshine says, we've said hello in other chats, so I thought I would come to our channel. And that is so awesome, and I'm so glad you're here. And you know what? Yep, Buzz, you know what that is? It's a motorized scooter, y'all. And he can go as fast as Deuce's car, I swear. Yes, welcome to the Smoking Aces. And I have a link on the top of my YouTube page that will take you into my stream. I will let you in if you would like to talk to me directly in the other chatters. Anybody's welcome in my box, as long as you are respectful and you keep your clothes on, because I had that issue on a different site, believe it or not. I was on Clapper one morning, and this guy tried to jump into my chat. And I let him in because you're not going to get to know new people unless you take a chance. Well, he comes in and he's on video jacking his dick. Like, I want to see it. All right, Lee says, yes, my mom passed with lung cancer and it went to her brain. It has been over 30 years. I'm dead serious, Carol. I'm dead serious. But Clapper is kind of like the most laid back go live thing you can do. But they also do what they call D&Ds, which is like they take their clothes off for money and all this other stuff. And so they legally get away with it. You can smoke a bong online. I mean, they just don't care. But because of that, you have a lot of undesirable people that's in there. So he popped up on my screen in my live, and that's what he was doing, and I got rid of him real quick. Trouble says, dang, I can't strip. Well, that takes me out of the equation. No, it didn't. You don't have to do that, but a lot of them do. Sunshine says, wow, I would never close. What? I think you missed something in that one. Carol says, Lee, praying sorry. My mom passed. She had double breast cancer. That's right. My uncle had cancer and it spread to the rest of his body. That's right. And all the stuff that they give you, all the medications, and all it does is weaken your body. Okay. It weakens your body. It kills your immunity cells and it kills your ability to fight. Good morning, Italian Princess. How are you? Oh yeah. And it's best, Sunshine, I have a philosophy. Some people just need to leave their clothes on. Here's my girl, my other girl. Carol's in here, Third's in here, and then I got Italian Princess, and that's like the tip of the iceberg. So, but yeah, some people just need to leave their clothes on. Absolutely a fact. It's absolutely a fact. Okay, and just to get you kind of oriented, Sunshine, 420, Italian Princess, Carol, and Third are the mods in this group. And they are really good about keeping us kosher. They're not real good at, I don't have a filter, so they're not good at controlling me, but they control the chat. Third says, my Nana got stage 4 colon cancer and ended up with a colonoscopy bag that was in the 80s, and she's still alive. Okay. Well, my dad lived through his cancer too, but it's because he cut all his sugar out of his diet and anything that turned to sugar. That's got me thinking, wondering if they can donate to a place like the Body Farm when they study the decaying parts. They do that. Italian says, I love Sunshine. Lee says, yes, I stayed with her at home until she passed. Lost my 44-year-old brother also to cancer. I believe there has always been a cure. And they do have a cure. They've had a cure since the 1960s. The guy who come up with the cure, they put him in jail or killed him somewhere. He disappeared off the face of the earth. And because they didn't want that shit out. Big Pharma makes entirely too much money off of cancer medication. There was no way they were going to do it. So don't tell me Big Pharma is not enabling them to make us sick, because they are. Trouble says, my hubby just celebrated 1 year of remission. Thank God, and yes, the treatment does a lot of damage. He said it comes back. He isn't sure he will go through it again. Barbara says, my brother is bone cancer survivor. And in some cases, not all, but in some cases, it actually kills the cancer. And my dad, he just didn't finish his treatments. He was just like, because I mean, it was burning him. Literally, it was burning his body. And when you have that area of your body with severe burns, that's not good. I mean, what can you do? So, you know, the sooner people realize that Big Pharma is not helping us, the better off we are. Okay. Not everyone that's in medicine is that way, but there are a lot of them that are. Good morning, GN. And if they don't keep you sick, they don't make money. I mean, it's just like anything else. You're not a profit to them if you're not sick. So therefore, the question is either they're pumping crap into us to make us sick so that they can profit off of us, or the medicines themselves are making us sicker, or they're not doing any good. One of the two. Third says, yep, and they want to discourage us from harvesting and using plants with anti-cancer properties. Exactly. That's why marijuana has got the label that it does. Because marijuana has been used for medicine many, 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 many years. And Big Pharma couldn't control it. And they can't make money off of it. So they did what they do. They outlawed it. Made it illegal. Trouble says, thanks, at Carol. He has to continue to go back every 4 months now for scans. Then at 3 years, it will go down to 2 times a year. My dad started, I think, every 3 months he had to have a scan. And then I want to say 2 or 3 years, it was once a year. Italian says, Big Pharma will kill you. Yes, they will. And see, my kids were like ADHD, especially my oldest, Chris. He was absolutely like a live wire. That joker was like always like a firecracker in your hand. Every time you turn around, he was busy, 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 busy. I would get tired just watching this kid, let alone having the energy that he's got. So Uncle Deuce. Oh my God. Living with such a personality on YouTube is hilarious. All right. Okay, Carol says you have to give an arm and a leg for insulin, but you can get free Narcan. What the hell? Narcan is a pain medicine, right? It's like a very strong pain medicine. I was on medication for that. Well, here's the deal. Okay, so I've got a child that already has bipolar tendencies. He has severe ADHD. He is extremely fidgety and just, he can't be still. And they put him on all these medicines. Well, when they started putting him on his medicines, I noticed that his temperament, his bipolar temperament increased to a point that he was getting violent all the time. Now, if the medicine is counteractive, what's the point? So I decided at the school, at the doctor's office, all the therapy sessions, everything, because of what happened to them in CPS, they needed therapy. I get that. Okay, they've had therapy. But the more they put that medicine in their system, the angrier Chris got. And he got to where he couldn't be controlled at all. So me, I DC'd the medicine, all of it, on both kids. Just, we're done. And we're done with your therapy sessions. We're done with being here. We're done with everything. And he is doing 100% better now than he was. Okay? Medication made all the difference. Lee says no for the people who OD. Narcan bring you back when you OD, right? Okay. I got you. In other words, it counteracts the drugs, right? Okay. It says Narcan can treat narcotic overdose in an emergency situation. Gotcha. I'd heard of it. I just wasn't real familiar with it. I had glaucoma, smoked marijuana, went years later for a recheck. They said I didn't have glaucoma anymore and made a believer out of me. Absolutely, Nina Rice. I'm a smoker to this day. I will be till the day I die. I have rheumatoid arthritis stage 4. I've had it since I was in my 30s. And I would rather smoke a joint than take all of their damn medication that they've got. Okay? It's just that simple. At least I can function on a joint. Okay, the medicine they gave me, after telling the doctor, I have 2 small kids at home. You can't do this. I've got to be able to function. And this is what they do. They put me on some shit that zonked me out, and I woke up the next day with 2 kids running around the house, one of them still in Pampers. I was highly neglected because I've been asleep. So it just, some of it just doesn't make any sense. And I've never been a real pillhead. I mean, I'll take over the counter stuff, but as far as taking, like, I don't even like taking antibiotics. And it just, antibiotics is a necessity, and there's parts of medicine that's good. Your antibiotics and stuff like that, they work. If you're in pain, they got something to make you quit hurting. Miss Charlene, good morning. Oh, you just made my day. I love you. Give Slim big hugs for me. If I see Slim, I tell him to hug you. If I see you, I tell him to hug Slim. Tell you to hug Slim. And there's my Slim right behind her. My box is open if you guys want to join me. The link's at the top of the YouTube chat. I love my Slim and my Charlene. NBC News Politics. What's that? Let's see what Carol just posted. All right. Breaking news. 4 Proud Boy members found guilty of seditious conspiracy in January 6th trial. The jury remains split on whether a 5th member of the group is guilty of seditious conspiracy and will continue to deliberate. 4 members of the far-right Proud Boys organization were found guilty Thursday of seditious conspiracy in connection with the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol. Enrique Tarrio, Joseph Biggs, I've heard that name, Joseph Biggs, Ethan Nordine, Dominic Pizzola, and Zachary Rail each faced 9 counts. All but Pizzola were found guilty on a rare charge of seditious conspiracy under a Civil War-era statute. Tara, Biggs, Nordino, and Rail were also found guilty of conspiracy to obstruct an official proceeding. The jury reached only a partial verdict and remained split on whether Pizzola is guilty of the seditious conspiracy and conspiracy to obstruct charges. U.S. District Attorney Timothy J. Kelly has instructed jurors to continue deliberating on multiple outstanding charges. Pizzola, who was caught on video smashing in a window with a Capitol Police shield during the breach, and who admitted to his behavior on the stand, was separately charged with stealing the police shield and found guilty Thursday. You have got to be kidding me. Pizzola was also found guilty of assaulting, resisting, and impeding certain officers, while the other 4 defendants were acquitted on the charge. This is where the footage that Tucker Carlson has really needs to come out, because what they fail to realize is, no, they were not attacking the Capitol. They were escorted in. They had a complete tour of the damn Capitol, and then they just want to turn it on the Patriots. It was a setup. There were even Patriot police there that said it was a setup, that said we are being set up. All right. And we love you too, Charlene. Let me see what I forgot. Yep. Troublemaker says, I deal with my MS without pain pills, because BC powders and lots of CBD. I use gummy oil and lotion daily. And Italian says, I love you all. They are all on the list of vigil reads every night. That is so sad. Charlene, love you too. And then it was all a set. It was the whole thing was a setup. The whole thing was a setup. Nina says, my marijuana doctor told me if you eat too much edibles, put a couple of drops of CBD oil under your tongue and it will bring you out of a, like, Narcan. Hold on. It will bring you out of it like Narcan does for opioids. They need to arrest all of them, but they need to start with Congress and the Senate, because that's where it started. They were complacent. They set it up. You will never convince me that Pelosi was not knee deep in this, up to her eyeballs. It makes no sense. And then there's so many people in the American people that are just like, well, J6 broke the law. They're in there for a reason, and da 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 da. And they would rather listen to the damn news and listen to what everybody else says about the situation than to actually get off their ass and research shit themselves. And that's where I fault people here. That's where I fault Americans. They are lazy. They are lazy. They have become lazy. And COVID made them lazier because then they had a reason to sit on their ass and make more money than they did at work. So third says, has anyone here tried oregano oil as a natural medicine? I am going to try making and using it. It's easy to make. Charlene says, our youngest angel was ADHD. They also put her on pills, which I took her off of about a year later. The best thing for the ADHD person is to drink coffee and a Mountain Dew. Absolutely. My son, I will let him drink his coffee every once in a while because it does the opposite that it does to someone that is not ADHD. It calms him down. And also, too, you can see the effects of it instantly. Third, nope, hasn't tried that. We'll have to research it. Yep. Barbara says, I have been trying to get people to check the live streams, but no one has listened. Nina says, third, no, I haven't. Third, I've heard of it. I'm going to try it too. Yep, that's what we need to do. And not only that, I think that we need to find a way to go to every grocery store chain there is, buy a piece of pork, a piece of beef, and a piece of chicken, bring it all to the house, and run analysis on it. Do that. Do some other stuff like go and get some of this damn new baby formula Bill Gates and all of them are pushing out. See what's in that shit. We need to start getting like proactive. And we need to expose the bullshit they're doing. If they're putting shit in our food, let's find out. I mean, I could pay for one test, y'all could pay for one test, everybody pay for another test. I mean, I believe that if we do it, or even go to McDonald's and pick up a hamburger and come home and run a damn analysis on it. See what they're putting in our damn food. Let's see. Barbara says, I know that I'm a big coffee drinker. Me too. And I get cranky if I don't have it. Brenda says, I bought mine a trampoline, built a teeter-totter and a swing, ran them ragged daily. They learn to deal with it. That's right. You get them out and get them tired. And if that don't work, then what you can also do is work them. Get them outside, just like I did Chris 2 weekends ago. He was, oh, I'm bored. Oh, I'm bored. I'm bored, Mom. I have nothing to do. I'm bored. No, you don't have a tablet or a phone or a TV that you can pop in and watch YouTube. That's your problem. So he kept on saying it, kept on saying it, kept on saying it. So guess what? I got him up, got him outside, dressed, made him clean up the whole damn backyard. He was tired when he got finished. And I bet you he'll think twice before he tells me he's damn bored again. Okay, Nina says, Brenda, that's how I handled my ADHD son back in the 80s. The drugs they put him on were awful, and they are terrible. Terrible. Trouble says, exactly, especially in our meats. That's why I only buy meats from a local butcher shop where I know nothing is added. Very smart idea. Maybe I need to start doing that. And not only that, too, this whole non-GMO thing, let me show y'all. Let me go get a can of food out of my cabinet. Hold on. All right, I'm sorry I had to go for a minute. All right, let's go back to sleep. I mean, let's take a look. Let me go back and look at. All right, let's see. Okay, Shirlene says, Patriots, I'm a prepper, and when I tell you, after going to the commissary today at base, when they have bare shelves, I know something is going on. Please, I'm just asking all of you to start stocking. Absolutely. That's why we raise our beef and pork and have a garden. I do too. Shirlene, I've been stocking up for about 3 years. Kathy will won't be laughing when they have nothing. All right, so here's the deal. My son was on Ritalin, Adderall, and Wellbutrin. It made him worse going from bouncing off the walls to a zombie. I quit giving him the pills. Shirlene says, I buy the 5-gallon buckets and my Mylar bags and absorbent packets and fill them with buckets with rice, beans, self-rising flour, right? Okay, so, all right, here you go. This is on, let me show y'all. Let me decline this shit. I don't give a damn who's calling me. This is traditional, let me put it, traditional creamy tomato with penne progresso soup, right? Okay. Now, on the back of it, here at the very bottom, right? Let me get y'all where y'all can see it. Hold on. You see it? It says contains bioengineered food ingredients. Right there on the bottom. See it? That is an issue. Okay? Let's see if it's on the pineapple. This particular one, I don't see it. And this is getting more recent. So hold on a minute. Okay, this one is too. This is mixed chili beans. See it? On the back, it says contains bioengineered food ingredients. There is no telling what the hell that means. Okay? Nina Yepers, this poor kid was even on Xanax bars, and it was crazy. Do you know that they have no effect on me whatsoever? I know a lot of people who can take them, and it makes them so out of it and high that it's ridiculous. I can take one of them things, and they don't even make me sleepy. But I'm not allergic to morphine, but it doesn't work on me. So, but if they're adding stuff to our food, then that means if just like with this is a prime example. This is supposed to be 100% fruit, okay? If they're bioengineering stuff and adding it to it, then it's no longer 100% natural, okay? And they're doing the same thing to our meats. And they're putting it on the label and nobody is paying attention. That's why my mom buys non-GMO food to this day. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I shop at Walmart. It's right around the corner and I can walk to it. I had a neighbor girl whose parents got her on all medicine. Then they moved to Arizona without her when she was 10. We neighbors raised that girl and we got rid of the meds. Exactly. And that's what you have to do. And I did the same thing. Carol says, Agus & Farms 48-hour 4-person emergency food supply, 95 ounces. Survival food, I bought a couple. I haven't done it yet, but I did buy me some heirloom seeds so I can always plant my shit. We're going to have to take a stand because I believe, and this is my theory, but it's the shit they're putting in our damn food that's making us have high cancer rates and is killing us. Because if they don't make us sick, then they can't treat us and make even more money. And that's what it's all coming down to. Bye, Kathy. You have a good day. So, I mean, literally, just about every product made now, it don't matter where you go. If it's on a store shelf, it's probably going to have modified ingredients in it. And if you modify something, that says you're changing it. Okay? So I'm just telling you, it is what it is. People need to pay attention to what they're eating. Nina, he was back on meds within 2 months of going back. And when he was permanently taken due to the other abuse and neglect, he was on 13 medications. Because this medication causes this symptom, they give him another medication to counteract that. I've been through all that. Let's see. Bye, Kathy. Please do have a good day. Right. Brenda says, worm yourself twice a year. Pumpkin seeds are natural wormer. The junk food has ingredients in it you can't even pronounce. That's correct. And I have no doubt that they're putting all kinds of shit in our damn fast food. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. That's why, they don't want you. That's why they got rid of heirloom seeds, which they wasn't called heirloom seeds back then. They're now called heirloom seeds because to get them, you have to pay $200 and $300 for them. And then, like, I planted my garden this year, and all I need is 4 pieces of vegetables off of each crop, and I need to dry them out and save the seeds. Then when I do that, next year, I can plant those same seeds and start a whole new garden. They don't want you to be able to do that. They want to control your food. If you can grow your own shit, they can't control it. Yep, they do, because it's not even in what they're putting in it. It's the way they've changed it. Just like if you go to the store and you buy a watermelon and that watermelon has no seeds, then that watermelon is genetically altered, because natural watermelons grown in the field have seeds. The seeds will produce watermelons. And now they have everything seedless because they don't want you to be able to plant your own shit. And fresh is the way to go. But I'm going to tell you, and that's just like the whole battle of organic. Organic this, organic that. No, organic is grown in your yard. It is grown in your soil, where you dictate what goes in it. That is as organic as you can get. You're paying a lot of money for shit that they've tampered with. I used to grow a garden when we had the land, but now live in a HOA management place, and it sucks. I do too. I won't say that we've got a HOA, but we've got a nosy ass code compliance bitch who I don't like. And she likes to come in our front yard and tell us what we can and can't do. And my garden's in my front yard in the flower bed, but she ain't got nothing to say about what I do in this backyard. And I don't think she has a right to tell me anything anyway. She's not paying Deuce's rent. She doesn't keep this house clean. She doesn't contribute to shit. So therefore, to me, she shouldn't have an opinion. That's just me. Okay, Trouble says, I used to grow, the HOA. Used to call them hybrids. Now they changed names to have it change wrappers to drive up prices. Wicked cycle. That's right. It's real simple. Organic food that you buy at the grocery store is not organic. Organic food is food that they have messed with and changed it. Period. Your best organic food is grown in your house or outside in your yard, in dirt. Nina says, I've noticed that most of the kids who take the ADHD meds become addicts when they are older. Yeah, they're taking straight speed. That's all the ADHD medicine is. It's speed. It's legalized speed. Exactly, Charlene, that's it. They have got the American people so duped into thinking that you can go to the store. Okay, somebody explain to me how you can have organic cheese. I've said this before. Research how you can do organic cheese. There is no organic cheese. There is no organic butter. If you want organic butter, get you a damn cow, milk that damn cow, use a churn, make your own shit. That's organic right there. It's natural. It's the best there is. It's made in your own, it's made from your shit. You know what's in it, and you control what you feed your cows. So it doesn't matter whether you plant the shit and you buy it at the grocery store or not. If they're putting it in our animals, in their grain, in their food, it's still going to come down to us. So you need to make sure if you have livestock that you're feeding them the right shit. Make sure there's nothing in it that's going to kill, that's going to, do anything. I'm telling you, they're sterilizing our animals so that we won't have food to eat. I got a $50 fine for my kids chalk in my driveway, laughing my ass off. I always make them mad. And see, they fuss at me about the flags, or they will be eventually. And when they start fussing, I'm just going to put another one out and tell them to kiss my ass. This is mine and Deuce's house. We will do in our house as we choose. If we want to fly the American flag, we will. If we want to go and burn the neighbor's Ukraine flag, we can do that too. It might go to jail. They can fly their flag if they want to. Fly. There's a fly on my phone, y'all. They can fly their flag if they want to. But if you tell me I live in the United States of America and we are a republic and I can't put an American flag outside my house, or you can tell me what kind of flag I have to have, we have a problem. Because I'm just not going to do it. All right, so let's look at it. Nina says, you're right. The pediatrician told me it was a stimulant speed. It's legalized speed. And that's why we have a bunch of damn drug addicts now. And that's why our kids are dependent on it. And I took mine off of that shit at an early age. I'm done with it. They have not been on medicine in 2 years. And I've seen such a drastic change in my child. Let's look. Charlene says, my granddaughter can color with chalk daily. I don't see why they did that to you. No, because it rains and it washes it off. What the hell? But we can't deface the neighborhood and make it look like trash. Well, okay, then you don't need to live in a neighborhood where they can tell you what the fuck to do. Get out. I mean, that's just all there is to it. Get out. If you can't have sidewalk chalk and you get fined because of something that when it rains, it washes off, then we need to relocate. Stop or start fighting them. Start fighting them. Okay, Charlene says, same thing with the eggs. They are no organic eggs. Both of them, whether it is in the backyard or in the store, is still out of a chicken's ass. You're right. But here's the difference. Store-bought eggs are mass-produced, and white eggs are mass-produced. If you want good eggs, get you some damn chickens. Have your own eggs, and they're going to be brown and white and speckled and all kinds, and they won't be shaped right, and they won't be perfect. But they're the best damn eggs to put in your food and to eat. You cannot beat brown, free-range eggs. I don't care what the damn label says. If it says organic, you are being duped. Organic is what you have in your yard, in your chicken coop. That's all natural and the best you can get. And then the price of that shit. Now, you got to think about it. Wait a minute. Organic macaroni and cheese tastes like shit. I've tried it. It's nasty. But I guarantee you it's $2 more in the store than regular macaroni and cheese. Okay? So, Jan says, that kills the farmers. That feed is too expensive. We have a special mix of makes for us, but you still don't know. That's correct. But now, if you get your own corn and you grind your own corn up and feed your chickens that, then you're going to be better off. It's just an idea. Make your own feed out of your own shit. Grow your vegetables. Make your feed for your animals. Why can't you do that? All right. So Trouble says, Charlene is absolutely dumb, but we had a house fire and had to get a place to stay, and this place was available and within our budget, and I understand that. And that's where the system gets you. The places they want you to be and the places that they are hurting you into is the places that are going to have the cheapest rent, the cheapest this, you have the most help, whatever you want to call it. That's where your resources are. And it's not done by accident. It's done to get you there because they want to keep you in a certain area. If you'll notice, Bill Gates owns more farmland in the United States than the average American. That's a real big problem. He is going to plant his shit here. They are going to, this new system the Fed has got, the money system, is fixing to control, it's going to control it all. I'm not perfect, y'all. I have to go to the bathroom. I got to run. I'll be right back. And I'm not going nowhere. Hold that thought. Carol, when I ask you where we left off, you need to know. Because I will forget between here and the bathroom. I'll be right back. Our numbers are really good. Whew. Sorry about that, y'all. I'm so sorry. She said, oh crap, I already forgot. That's bad. We're going to have to get a new Carol. All right, let me go back and look. Brenda says, my chickens are homegrown like my garden and my weeds. Absolutely. That's like dandelions. Dandelions have been labeled a weed forever. Dandelions are very, very, very crucial, and they are very good for your body. And I'm not exactly sure what they do, but it's medicinal. Look it up. Do not get rid of your dandelions in your yard. Let's see. Nina says, a local farmer here said the chicken feed bought at Tractor Supply is causing the chickens to not lay eggs. Why do you think they want chickens to not lay eggs? There's a chat question. Come on, Smoking Aces. Why do they want chickens not to be able to lay eggs? Number one, what happened? Think about it. This happened United States wide. Just here, right during Easter. Eggs were sky fucking high. A dozen eggs was $10, $15. If they have a problem with the feed and the eggs are not being laid by the chickens, then we starve. So if you don't have free-range chickens or your own chickens, you're going to starve on eggs because I wouldn't pay that price for it. They sat there. I'm not going to fire you. I love you too much to fire you. I really do. I love you too much to fire you. You could probably do whatever you wanted, and it wouldn't matter. So that's just it. I would never fire you. I love my Carol, and I love my third, and my Italian, and everybody. I love my whole chat. Y'all are awesome. So Brenda says, I started growing sunflowers last year, $13 a pound, guys. Grow your own, trade for fresh eggs and fresh chickens. Yeah, a barter system. That's what we're going to have to do. That's why we need a network. I've always said, even back to when Santa first started going live, I kept telling him what we need is a Patriot owned homestead where we can all bring what we got and contribute. Everybody works together, take our kids out of the damn school system and teach them right there, start a Patriot school. We can do this. We just need the place to go. And it needs to be not a rental. It has to be owned. It has to be ours so that nobody can take it from us. Okay? I'm relating to cattle. And let's see. Trouble says, now we own our home, our outright, but HOA management stuff controls everything. And that's not right, but that's the way it is. Jen put Bill Gates with an evil face, and it's true. Bill Gates is evil. And he's fixing to put us, because see, the new system, okay, the Fed, that's where I was at. Camp Freedom, okay, but Camp Freedom is not, it's right now it's being rented. And that came out of one of their mouths by accident. It's not owned. There's rent, which means that they could put us out at any time, and it's going to displace all them people. So and that's the only reason I'm against it. It's like this. If you own it and we got the paperwork on it, then nobody can do anything. Then start setting it up like it's owned, and then do what you want because it's yours. Okay? That's the only part about Camp Freedom that makes me nervous. So let's go back up. Okay, Carol says, I had dandelion wine this weekend. Does that count? I don't know, because I don't know nothing about dandelions, but your weeds, what we always consider weeds, are probably not weeds. You see what I'm saying? They're probably not weeds. So before you kill them in your yard, do a Google search or something on them and find out what they are. Okay? Jan said they started burning chicken houses. Yes, and they just killed 18,000 dairy cows in Texas. And food factories are being attacked and burned. They are fixing to starve us. We need to get ready. They are setting it up as we speak. As we speak. All right. Prime example. Go back to the baby formula shortage. When COVID started and nobody could get baby formula. All right. Well, everybody's going without. Somebody walks up in a damn warehouse in Georgia and there's pallets upon pallets upon pallets of that shit just sitting there. And just like Carol said in the live we had before, they turned around and sent our supply to the border and Ukraine. Brenda says, you boil water and cut 2 dandelion leaves in small 1/2-inch chunks. Pour hot water over it, steep for 10 minutes, and drain, and then drink. Okay, so Trouble says, I gave my chickens flock away when I moved here, but I still get their eggs for $4 a dozen. That was the deal for them getting the flock for free. Let's see. I said the network. That's correct, Nina. And that's why I was public enemy #1 in chat as a mod. Because I know a lot of shit and I want to share this shit and educate people. And to do it, you have to be unpopular sometimes. And if you want to get the sunshine treatment all the time and you want to get smoke blown up your ass and keep letting people think that things are not the way they are, then that's well and good. But what I want to do is educate. And what I know, I want to teach others, and I want people to teach me. I want to learn from y'all, just like y'all learn from me, okay? That's what it's about. Sunshine, if you're still in here, I want to see you back. I hope you subbed. I'll know when I check my page. And you know what? It's not going to kill a damn kid to actually eat off a tit. They did it for years. It's the best damn thing they can do is to breastfeed. Yes, it's uncool. And yes, it hurts. And yes, you get gorged out and you get embarrassed because you walk in a public place and your shit's leaking. I get it. Okay, I get it. Oh, but if you have small tits, they grow. So there's an advantage. So Brenda says, I wonder if foreign TV has ads to feed the elderly and homeless in USA. Y'all ever wonder about that? No, because they take care of themselves. The first and foremost thing they just did, and Russia's just one of them. Okay, Russia's just one of them. Everybody has outlawed American food. Are you listening? They are no longer carrying our products because of what they're putting in our shit. Okay? There is a reason countries are saying no more American food. McDonald's was closed in Russia because of what they're putting in the meat. And if they're doing it there, they're doing it here. Okay. On Camp Freedom, if the owner passes away, the whole group could get kicked off. Exactly. And that's all I'm saying. The whole idea of Camp Freedom is so excellent. But we need to get the land that it's on or another spot of land that is exclusively theirs. That they cannot take it. They can't, and where we can do what we want. That there's no rental agreement, because if you piss the owner off, it's over. Nita says, Carol, my parents used half and half back in the 60s. She said I was a preemie and she used handkerchiefs for diapers. Carol Burton says, Nina, yes, I had preemies. Both my babies were born early. They came home in Cabbage Patch clothes. I've had that too. So all this healthy shit that the grocery stores and all this are pushing on the American people and like tripling the price of it, they're doing it to keep you from having the real shit. If you, okay, just, all right, let me do it this way. I need anybody in the chat that actually grew up on a homegrown garden. All I need is me. Just say me in chat. And then I'm going to ask you a question. Okay? I mean, you can breastfeed babies. Babies can, I mean, it wasn't until here, 30 years ago that they said babies have to have formula. And there's no telling what they put in that shit. I'm telling you. Do some research and let's do some tests and find out what's in it. Because I guarantee you there's nothing bad. Okay, Trouble says I did. Barbara says I did. Who else? We got 2. I did. That's 3. So, now, Jen, waiting. Okay, Trouble and Barbara and me. If you go to the store and you buy any fruit off the shelf or any vegetable off the shelf, whether it's fresh or frozen, tell me the difference between, okay, let's just use a tomato. Nope, let's use a cucumber. A garden fresh cucumber grown in your yard as opposed to one in the store. Tell me the differences. I had some, my stepmom had to feed my youngest brother goat's milk. He couldn't tolerate the dairy in cow's milk. All right, and Carol, you as well. Anybody that grew up on garden, homegrown food, tell me the difference between a garden fresh cucumber grown in your house, in your dirt, as opposed to the ones in the store. They taste better. They have a different color. That's right. But what about the peeling to a homegrown cucumber? Texture. Brenda says, after we got to stay in the States 75, we had garden every year, but Germany had fresh garden food too. Okay, but if you peel a cucumber from the garden and you peel a cucumber from the store, if you go to a restaurant and there is peeling on the cucumber, they are store-bought. Because the peeling on a fresh cucumber is so bitter that you don't want it in your mouth. They're very, very different. And whatever they're doing to mass produce this stuff is changing the way the peeling is on the cucumber. The cucumber, homegrown, the peeling itself is very, very sour. Very, very bitter. Exactly. Exactly. That too. And that's a defining difference, okay? When you cut a homegrown tomato and you put it up to your nose to smell it, you should be able to smell the essence of that tomato. But if you cut a store-bought one, you might be lucky if it's even red. And if it is red, it's because they're painting it. They're making them more appealing to you. Okay? That's how they do it. Well, let's make it, especially the apples, they wax them. Apples, they wax them and they paint them. And then they wax them so that you don't know that they're not red to begin with. Have you ever seen one grow on a tree that was solid red and perfect? Hell no. But you can buy them in the store that way. Why? My chat's going crazy. Hello, OnlyFans. Welcome to the chat. Check, check. Let's find out. Get him, Carol. Get him, Carol. Hey, today we need it written down. The first time we had to throw somebody out of damn chat in my life. How about it? That's the first mod activity I've seen in here. Other than links. Did you time him out? Or okay, if he does it again, just get him out. Okay? It's that simple. If he does it again, just get him out. That's why Carol's mod. Carol and Third, they know a troll the second they see him. I think I'm going to take a screenshot of this. We getting important if we got a troll. Yep, they do. Garden fresh cucumbers will have little pricks on them. That's another difference. There's a lot of differences, and the thing about it is what you have to understand is that every time they modify your vegetables or say that it's organic or mass produce it or whatever, they are taking the quality of it away. They don't want you to be able to grow your own vegetables, and it's healthier for you. Okay? That's why people who don't eat fast food a lot are healthier by nature than people who do. Yeah, Carol's good. Trouble says, if that's your first one, that's crazy. We get them in Jamie's a few times a week. Some of them are very vile, and that's because Jamie is affiliated with J6. And a lot of her people in there are J6ers. I have no problem with that, but that's where the trolls are finding her. They've seen her. They've seen her at the site. They know that she's affiliated with it, and that's why but with ours, we're not like that. I mean, I'm not, even though Deuce is her, is the main supporter to J6. We support them, yes. But we're not like, as of yet, we're not directly tied into the trolls. It's coming, I'm sure. But it's the first time she's ever had, that her or Third have ever had to throw somebody out or to take a message off the chat. And I missed it because I had stepped out. I didn't even get to see some of his messages. Yeah, if he's going to do that, go ahead and get him out. Yeah, that's the way you do it. Don't hide them. I mean, excuse me, don't time them out. Just get them out. Same way Santa runs it. If they got to talk shit, if they want to talk shit, then let them talk shit. But the second they start, just go ahead and hide them and get them out. That way they don't come back in. That's the easiest way to do it. To me, that's and I don't care if our numbers never get above 20. At least I'll have a good solid chat. And if you come in here, you're going to learn something. Right. Yeah, if they come in here and they're talking like that, just get rid of them. Yeah, just get them out. Trouble says, yeah, that's true. Even known trolls I leave in until they get disrespectful or vile. If they want an honest debate, fine, but nasty stuff, no. And I don't do ignorance. If you're going to sit here and question me about what I'm saying, and you're just going to pop in, then that lets me know that you don't want to have nothing to do besides cause mess. And I don't need all that. We're here to educate. We're not here to have a diversion. We're here to educate. We will all learn together, because if I don't know it, then Carol might know it. If Carol don't know it, then Third knows it. If Third don't know it, it could be Italian who knows it, or Yvette, or Kathy, or whoever else comes in here. Somebody will have the answer. And if we don't know the answer as a group, then damn, guess what? We can look it up and we'll find out. So this is my challenge to my chatters. Okay. I'm giving you a challenge. You can say challenge accepted and let me know, because I want to see who all's going to participate. But what I want you to do is I want you to go through your canned goods and your frozen shit, anything that you buy from the store, and I want you to see just how much of it is GMO products. Genetically modified organisms is what GMO stands for. Organisms makes me think of something squiggly and moving and alive, and I don't want that shit in my food. So your challenge is go through your cabinets and freezer. If you buy it at the store, how much of your food is altered? Nina, absolutely. Now, here's the thing. The next time I go live, I'm going to call the ones accepting the challenge out. Okay? So, Nina, I got you. Carol, write her name down so we know that she has accepted the challenge, and we're going to touch back with you, and we're going to ask you afterwards what you found out when you went through your stuff. Anybody else besides Nina? All right, good deal. Good deal. I'm glad that you did it so that we can see. And you know what? It would be even better if after, okay, Jen, you number 2. So we got Nina and Jen. So what I want you guys to do is I want you guys, and Yvette, does that mean you're going to do it? The thumbs up? Anybody that takes the challenge, I want you to videotape your results. Okay? And if you will send me your video, I will put your video on my Double Deuces site. Okay? That's the way I want to do it. Yep, Brenda, then you already know. And some people, old school people, do. Because I was raised on garden food. I worked in my garden with my dad, and he is the one who taught me how to grow it and how to maintain it and take care of it. So, with that being said, if you were raised on garden fresh food, then you're going to know these things, especially if you're old school. But stop buying organic food at your store, because it's a waste of money. It's a waste of money, and it's not organic. Organic means homegrown. There's your organic food. Trouble says, unless you want us to do the basics and not the stock. No, I'm not saying don't stock, but you can buy non-GMO food. They make it. It's a little higher, but they do make it. And you might have to you might have to choose differently where you shop. But the whole point of this is to make you aware that, yes, they are doing this to our food. And then when you start looking in your cabinets, you're going to be shocked at how much of it is there. Okay? Barbara, that is smart. Because I guarantee you that's as good and wholesome and homegrown as it gets. Okay, hold on. Let me go back up. All right. Let's see. Look at the bottom of the can. Look very closely. Because it will have something on there that says it contains GMOs. Let me go back up. Trouble says, no, read the comment above that one. Unless you want us to do the basics and not the stock. What do you mean by not the stock? I'm confused. Or do I need to go above that? Okay, I have about 20 to maybe 30% GMO. Can't go through all of it because it's too much, right? And some of it, but the whole point is to make you aware of how much they're doing it to. Okay? And let me go on down because I'm missing some comments. Carol says, for an example, Google what is in French fries in the UK and then look what is in French fries in America. You would be shocked meeting McDonald's French fries. Absolutely. Absolutely. In other countries, if McDonald's is even allowed anymore, it should be simple. Potatoes, salt, and grease. Got it. That's all that should be in there. Okay, Brenda says, my sunflowers and corn taller than me, and broccoli is knee-high. Asparagus making for next year. Plums should make next year. Peaches made good. Late type, not quite ready. All right. I planted my garden a little late too, so my stuff is just now coming above ground. All right. Okay, stockpile. That's what I figured. Yes, you stockpile, but I'll be honest with you. Would it be better? Okay. Would it be better for you to go to like a website like www.heavensharvest.com? And if you could, let me see if I can post that real quick. All right, here we go. Let me copy it. Copy. All right, let me go here. And I'm going to put this right here. All right. Would it be better to go to a website like this this is where I bought my seeds from. They were right at $200 for what I got. But I can grow my own shit from forever if I take care of it. Yes, soy is a big issue. Calcium is a big issue. A lot of the things that they have fed us, fluoride is not good for your body. It is not good for your teeth. It deteriorates them. And just about every damn toothpaste you buy has got fluoride in it. And it is really not good for your body. So there's a lot of things that they do that is bad. Okay, well, that's good. That's good, Jen. Just look around and see what you can come up with. Okay, Brenda says, have blueberries, elderberries, raspberries, and wild persimmons. Oh, and pomegranate trees. Trouble says, yes, I watch it when I shop, but when I send hubby, he doesn't watch it. That's because he don't know. I don't know about broccoli being easy to grow. I didn't grow no broccoli. Okay, go ahead, Trouble. I understand. Brenda says, oh, yes, Nina, and radishes make in just a couple weeks. My horseradish is as big as store-bought carrots. I put my seeds in the ground, and nature tells me when they come up. Yvette, I appreciate it. I'm glad. That's what I'm here for. I mean, that's what I'm here for. I want to educate and I want to awaken the people to what they're doing. And there's no telling what kind of chemicals is in these foods. And not only that, the preservation process of putting it in a can. You know they got to add shit to it to make it stay in a can and be okay. So the shit that they're adding to it, as opposed to actual canning back in the day, when you pulled shit out of your garden, you blanched it, and you either canned it or you bagged it up and froze it. Nothing there besides water and your product. That's it. Okay, is Kathy still in here, Carol? Or did she leave? Yep, my mom can too. And she had a plum tree, a fig tree, and a bunch of other trees in her yard, and she used it to make jellies and stuff like that. That's why no matter what the non-organic, the organic people push about, oh, it's organic because it doesn't use fertilizer. Oh, it's organic because it doesn't do this. Well, the shit that they put on plants when you grow them in your yard keeps everything out of them, okay? It keeps things from eating your food, your leaves, everything. So you cannot grow something in your garden and not treat it unless you watch it daily. If you grow a massive garden like we grew up with, we don't have time for that. We got to make sure nothing gets in it to kill the daggum, to kill it. I actually have a can of those in my cabinet. Hold on just a minute. Let's see. Carol says, my grandkids love SpaghettiOs. I think they're disgusting, but I just checked on the can and it says contains bioengineered food ingredient. Right. And I guarantee you the one in my cabinet does too. Jan, how do you get rid of them? Brenda says, the main thing about gardening is get the bed good and deep, leave clods to hold moisture, throw the leaves in winter, turn it over, and again spring, then plant away, have chicken coops help. Me and Deuce have talked about it, and as a matter of fact, we talked about this last night. I love brown eggs, and when he went to the store, I asked him, did you get brown eggs? He said, no, I got white eggs. And the brown egg is so much better. And it's so much healthier. And if it's brown, you know it's natural. The organic eggs, no. They might have come from a chicken, but I guarantee you they are no better than the ones you have in your yard that you have yourself from hen laying eggs, okay? That's as organic as you can get. And my mom used to work for the USDA, so I know that for a fact. All right. Italian, you're still on. I'm multitasking. Yes, I'm still on. We're talking about just the way the government's messing with our food and the fact that they're fixing to starve us literally to death. It's coming. And they have, and I was going to tell y'all about the Fed. The Fed now has changed our money. Most people don't realize that it's happened, but it has. The Fed has changed our money. We have went all digital. And if it's not a digital thing, you're not going to be able to use it. So basically the dollars, all of our money is obsolete. And if it isn't yet, it's going to be. So, and they can control what you buy. If you're a fat person and you go to Walmart and you want to pick up cookies because you're overweight, they can stop you from buying what you want. And they will do that. And this is going to be their way of pushing the food that they want you to eat on you. You can only have a certain kind. They have to, because they need to let people know that not only is the shit that they're adding to the cans not natural, but it's also your main reason that people are getting sick. It's a poison. It's a poison. Oh, they're going to try to control you with your money. It is New World Order. It's here. Nina says, I have a compost barrel. Makes the dirt great. Yep. Okay, Brenda says, I just hatched 6 hens. Y'all take a road trip. I'll give you them girls. And they should start laying about June or July. I wish. God, I wish we could. Exactly. Exactly. And that's what it comes down to. So if you go to Heaven's Harvest's website, I posted it on the site. If you'll go to their website, their seeds are the kind of seeds that I planted in my garden. These are the seeds that when I was a kid that we planted in our garden. And each year my dad would take 5 ears of corn, 4 of this and that. If it's little, it took a little bit more, like okra and stuff like that. You take those plants, you dry them out, you get the seeds, you put them up. When you save them for the next year, when you get ready to plant, it's those seeds you plant. And you'll have a crop every single year. Cornmeal keeps weeds down after your seeds germinate. Sprinkle the cornmeal. It'll feed worms, kill ants, all good. I got some of that. Does it matter if it's white or yellow? GN says, that's bad because I eat healthy. They will want me to eat cookies and I won't. Lord, Lord. The ugliest thing I ever saw in my natural born life is when I went into Walmart and they had some authentic 100% veggie burgers that instead of brown like beef should be, was green. Who wants to eat a green vegetable burger that is being pawned off as a hamburger? Brenda says, Killeen. Are you in Killeen, Texas, Brenda? Austin's not like but 2 hours from here. We could actually do that. Let me find out. I don't want no green hamburger. I'm sorry. Okay. Cool beans. Now, Brenda, are you in Killeen, Texas? I'm not going to do no veggie burgers. They ugly. I don't even want to think about them. They ugly to look at. And plus, I'm a meat and potatoes chick. I'm from the South. I am from the South, and we believe in meat and potatoes for real. Hand me that piece of paper right there, Deuce. Hand me that. So, Brenda says, right. If burgers are so bad, why the hell are they trying to make veggies taste like beef? Exactly. I do black bean and mushroom burgers. Ugh. That's true. I've heard. And I wonder if it would pay off to do a little research to find out if it's actually the meat that causes gout and not the vegetables, and why. Okay. Gotcha. Hold on a second. Hey, Deuce. Brenda Childers. You remember her from the chat, Brenda Childers?
Yeah, I know Childers.
Okay. She lives in Killeen, Texas. And she said if we would come to her house that she will give us 6 female chickens and a rooster.
All we got to do is get rid of a dog.
No, we just need to make sure we protect the chickens. We'll have to reinforce that thing right there somehow. But we could put them in there.
No.
So
I wish we could, but no.
We're not going to. But see, here's the thing: we have a dog that will probably eat the chickens.
Yeah.
And we can't do free range chickens because of it. But we could figure out a way to do a coop. I mean, seriously.
It's a lot of work.
It would be worth it.
And if the neighbors complain, there's the city to deal with. It's a lot.
Oh yeah, that's true. We've got Miss Gestapo working for the code compliance. She would have something to say for sure. Again, that's why they have those people there and in place. It's not to tell you or to make your neighborhood beautiful. It's to keep you from doing the shit you're supposed to be able to do. Build a pen, but you don't need a rooster. Yes, I will need a rooster.
Yeah, no roosters. No rooster. Not this neighborhood. You might be able to get away with a couple of hens. Like two.
Nina says they make veggie burgers close to me. When you ride by, it smells great, but how many chemicals do they add to them to make them smell and taste good?
Dangerous amount.
Brenda said for you to text her on Facebook. We y'all are friends on Facebook. She said send her a message.
Okay.
Gotcha. So yeah, it's pretty interesting, and I guess that's why I think we need a Patriot Homestead. And I understand Camp Freedom. I understand, of course, Camp Freedom. The only issue I have, I've already stated, but the idea is excellent, and I think that we should do a homestead that is owned by the people that live there, where we can set up things the way we want, where we can plant a garden like we want, like we can do all those things. So which is better, stocking up on all your food, which is not by no means a bad thing, which is better, buying and stocking up on canned goods, or spending your money to stock up on heirloom seeds that you could grow indoors year round, if it come down to it. So that's what I mean. You know, which is better? I think having the seeds at your disposal would be a better option, and it takes up a lot less damn room. And you can feed a damn okay, whatever. I mean, whatever. I tell you what, here it is. My heart is as good as gold. There is never going to be a patriot that is in need that I will not help. It doesn't matter if you need a place to stay. It doesn't matter. We will be here always to help our patriot family. It doesn't matter, as long as you're genuine and you're somebody I see and know, and I've seen you in chat and I know who you are. Yeah, there would be nothing that you could not ask of me that I won't give you. There is nothing that you could ask of me that I won't help you with, because when it all comes down to it, when we start getting hungry and you can't go and buy food without conditions, it's the patriots that's going to have to stick together. And it's just real simple. The time is here, and it's going to be here quicker than we know. Why do you think there's so much discord all through the world right now, and there are people rioting in the streets? Because the WEF is coming in and telling people that they can't plant gardens because of climate change, because of the emissions it puts off in the soil. They just don't want you growing your own stuff, and they're going to stop you, and then they're going to put you on what they want you to eat. Carol says she's coming to our house to move in.
She'll eat good.
He'll feed you good, he said. That's our main thing. So, yeah. Hi, Tracy.
I hope she likes chicken.
Tracy Robertson, hello. Carol Dew said he hopes you like chicken. We eat a lot of chicken and pork. When he goes to the store, he gets what's on sale because he's got too many mouths to feed. And I got 2 kids that eat like grown-ass men. Carol says she will help you cook. So another question too. And while the chat's still here, Brenda says, right on, miss. Since the riots, I have said we patriots will save this country for them too. Exactly. And they don't appreciate it, nor will they ever. They won't ever appreciate it unless they like pull out of the matrix type environment that they're in. Because as long as you stay in it, you're not going to get it. So what it comes down to is we have to help each other. And if there's a person out there that's in my chat that has a large amount of land and y'all want to get it started, I'm ready and able, and let's go. Okay? Just all you have to do is tell me. Because all of us are fixing to be out of options. That's what it's coming down to. All right, so I was going to say something. I don't know what it was. Don't worry about it. Oh, topic. If you guys have a topic that y'all want to cover, and there's something specific that you want me to research if I don't already know, and y'all want to bring it into the live, I need somebody just to either, I tell you what, just email me at the Freedom Misfits and send me an email, and we'll cover it. I hesitate to do the CPS stuff on here because I think YouTube would flag me and shut me down. I could do it on back channels, but I don't think I could get away with it on YouTube. I could try, because I'm going to tell you, there's more people touched by CPS wrongs than CPS rights. The CPS system took the innocence of my children. They were below the age of 10. And they took their innocence. And they allowed them to be violated in every way possible. So you tell me how that's an agency that is good for your children. They are doing the same thing they are accusing you of doing. So all we need is somebody that's got the land, that owns the land, that is in their name. It needs to be owned. It don't need to be rented. Renting land causes problems. It needs to be owned so that no one can take it. So, but yep, that's the goal. The goal is to educate. So I had 3 people accept the challenge. We'll take a look. Y'all do what you got to do. Look through your cabinets. Videotape this and separate the non-GMO from GMO. And I'll put your videos literally on my page so that everybody can see. Because that's the only way we're going to raise awareness of what's going on. Okay? I need y'all's help. We'll do this together. Eventually, we're going to get this done. Carol says, the sad thing about it is I paid my house off, but I never really own it. You still have to pay taxes. That's right. And that's their way of getting you. For something that you have actually, exactly, Brenda, and that's exactly what I cover. I posted a video on my YouTube. On my Facebook. It's called The Little Ones. Watch that video. It's amazing. And it will forever change your view of CPS. The taxes are illegal. Income taxes is illegal. State taxes is illegal. Food tax is illegal. Any way they tax you, it's illegal. My dad literally has to ask permission to add anything to his yard. He can't just go out and buy a gazebo and put it in his yard. He's got to actually have the land assessed, and then the tax guy will tell him whether he can put a gazebo in his yard, and if so, where he can put it. That's too much power. And they've got the housing system designed that you lose your house anyway. Most people can't maintain, okay? There's some that can, there's some that can't. And if you actually own the house and you're still paying taxes, to me, that's illegal. It's yours. You shouldn't have to pay taxes on it. You've already paid your dues. But again, that's the way they designed it. If you can't pay their taxes, if you can't pay your taxes on your house, they can take your property, which is exactly what they want to do. Carol says, just like when the tree fell on my house and I broke the sidewalk, which the city owns, I had to pay to get it fixed. Right. Even actually, your insurance should have done that. Your insurance should have covered that. That's what homeowners insurance is for. Natural disasters that can't be avoided. A tree falling on your house, a tree falling on your car, whatever. That's what insurance is for. Brenda says, I live their torture through my grands. They will never get on my property again, ever. Exactly. Exactly. And that's messed up. And you're absolutely right about the grandkids and CPS and the torture. I was there. I went through it myself. I know. And when you go to prosecute these people for what they did or they allowed to happen to your kids, you have no rights whatsoever because they have federal immunity, period. So it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. All right. I was hoping Jamie would pop in here, but I haven't seen her. So I will deal with Jamie later. But yeah, if you've got a topic you want to cover specifically, please email me and we will get it done. If I don't know something, I'll do it. I'll help as much as I can. I'll research. Nina says, but my homeowner's insurance is $500 deductible, which is BS. It is. I have to pay the first $500. That's all insurance. Brenda says, yet our light bills have $100 monthly fees for some stupid storm lies, and I fix my own storm damages forever. Most people will figure out how to fix their own shit because they don't want to pay the outrageous fees they want to have it done. That's like in the state of Texas, and people don't realize that the power companies charge you for the trucks to have gas in them, to be able to go around and read your meters that they don't go around and read anymore. Everything's electronic. They know what your meter is. They don't need nobody to come out here, but yet they charge you a gas tax, and it's in your bill. And if you ask them, they'll tell you what it's for. But when you question them and go, why am I paying for your gas? They ain't got nothing to say. Next time you sit down and get your light bill, if you in the state of Texas or no matter where you are, really pay attention to all the extra shit that you're being charged. And if you don't know what it is, call them up and go, what is this and what am I paying for? And if they can't tell you, they need a new job. It's that simple. So, I mean, Tracy says, I went under my house to fix a leak instead of Patty Plummer. Right. Deuce was outside doing that yesterday, fixing a leak so that we could turn our water back on. He had to have some help. That's cool. But the guy that helped him knew, and they got it done. There's no telling what it would cost if we would have called somebody out here that had to deal with it, that works on that kind of thing. So, yep, I agree. Okay, paying a plumber. I got you. I understood the gist of what you were saying. So, yeah, and like I said, you guys are going to be involved heavily in my garden. I want you guys to keep I'll take y'all out there as things really start growing, and we'll keep an eye on it so you guys can see that the seeds that I am using are very good seeds. and they're going to be. I mean, the quality of the food's going to be way better. If you eat stuff and buy stuff that's seedless, you're taking your ability to like reproduce the crop. And most people don't realize it, but you can take 1 Irish potato, let that potato sit on your counter to where it starts growing eyes. Take them eyes off the potato and drop them in the ground, and you have your seeds to grow potatoes right there. Nita says, I've been paying an extra $25 for the past 30 on my, hold it, I lost you. On my water bill to clean up the Chesapeake Bay. I don't live near or use the bay, and shouldn't it be cleaned up by now? Exactly. It's just a way to tax you. Tracy says, my hubby has taught me to be pretty independent without him at home. And that's the best way to be. And if you are a single mom or not a single mom, or you're married to a man who works and he's gone all the time, then yeah, that's a necessity. And I think everybody should have that ability to take care of your own crap. And if not, you better know somebody who can. Brenda says they came up with a website to get help with a lot of those fees. But I am illiterate on computers, so I'm stuck SSD, and they take 25% for lights. That's crazy. Well, the simple fact that you have to pay to have air, electric, internet, anything that you have to function in your house, water, we shouldn't be paying fees for that at all. And in some countries, they don't, and it works better. But see, America has got to get as much money out of the American people as possible. They want us to pay out the ass. Okay, you think about it this way, and you wonder why I say we're slaves. Listen to what I'm about to say. We're not actually free. People think we are, but we're not. We work a job every day, every week, every month. We draw a salary. Out of that salary, Uncle Sam takes a certain amount right off the top. They shouldn't be able to touch your money. They take their share, and then you use the rest of it to keep your house in the lights. You keep water in your house. You pay auto insurance. You pay upkeep on your vehicle. You have to buy gas. If you have internet, you have to pay that bill. If you got cell phone, you got to pay that. I mean, literally every dime that you make, you're turning around and giving right back to them. And that's how it works. Yeah. And again, IRS is illegal. And there's plenty of documentation stating so. But people's been doing it for so long, and they are in complete control. They have been in complete control for quite some time. And so there's no, I mean, yeah, we have the freedom to get in our car and ride up the street and go to the store if we choose to, or go on vacation or whatever. We can do those things, but that's if we can afford to actually waste the extra gas to do this. Carol says, hey, hon, got to get some stuff done before the grandbabies get here and maybe take a little nap. Love you all. It's in the Constitution. What's in the Constitution, Tracy? And Carol, we're going to end the live in a minute anyway. It ain't going to be long. I've been live 2 hours. So we're going to go ahead and close it out. Like I said again, if you guys have got ideas on subjects that you would like to deal with, please send me an email. If I don't know about it, I'll find out what I got to find out, or we can all research it together. So, about the IRS. Yeah, it's illegal as hell. Brenda, I didn't agree with Pelosi stealing those trillions to save the world, and I'm not a fan of paying into it. They gave me $3,600 and charged me more already. No end to this theft. No, it don't. They just keep getting your money. They just keep getting it and keep getting it. Well, I hope so. That's what my goal is. My goal is I want to start building up I want to be a truther first and foremost, but an awareness. I want people to be aware of what's going on around them and how they're duping the American people. Okay. And this is in every way normal that you can think of. And if we don't start learning and realizing the environment we live in, then we're never going to be able to change it. So that's what I want to do here. I want to change things. I want to be part of the change that needs to come to the United States of America. I refuse to sit on the sidelines. I do not care if you like me. I do not care if I'm cool or not. I don't care if I get on your damn nerves. But if you learn from me, that's all that matters right there. Now, luckily for me, I've got a really good personality, so I do really well with this stuff. But when it's all said and done, I'm here for change. I want to be a part of that change. And first and foremost, I'm not afraid to be part of that change. I'm not going to let them intimidate me. No one will ever intimidate me again. So, you guys, hopefully we've covered something that you've learned something from. The ones that accepted the challenge, get to work. As soon as you get everything situated, send the video by email to me, and I will post it on the page. And the more we start doing this, when it comes to certain things, the more people are going to see it, okay? So I really, really appreciate you guys being here with me this morning. I appreciate you listening to me banter off about this and that. Most of all, thank you for being so loving and welcoming and being here. And some of you are here every day. So I think that's awesome. I love each and every one of you. And yes, you matter. Okay? Every single one of you matter. Okay, challenge is, Tracy, yeah, you probably did. We were talking about the difference between GMO, which is genetically modified organisms, as opposed to food that's not non-GMO. Now, right here on the back, this is a can of mixed chili beans. See? From Walmart. Great value. All right. On the back, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it where you can see it, but on the back, right here at the very back, it says distributed by Walmart Incorporated out of Arizona. And then right under that, it says contains bioengineered food ingredients, which means that they're altering the food. Okay? It's being altered. It's right there in the black and white writing on the back. The challenge is go through your canned goods and your fresh foods and anything that you buy from the store. See how much of it contains GMOs and videotape it. When you get the videotape done, send it to me at the Misfits email that's on my page, and I will post it on my page. Because I want people to see just how much of their food has GMOs in it, which are not good for you. See for Freedom, hello. Hello. So, if you want to go through your cabinet, separate the non-GMO from the GMO products and get it on video. And send me the video to the Freedom Misfits at gmail.com. The email address is on Double Deuce's website. Send it to me, and I will post your video on my Double Deuce's page. Okay? And then also, for the people who were late coming in, if you have a particular subject that you want to go through and cover on a live, email me again, and we will cover that. Okay? Yep. It's probably going to be everything that you have in your cabinet. People just don't realize that if they're genetically altering our food, then genetically altered food is not good for us. Organic food is just a way to trick the American people into believing that they're getting something wholesome, and what they're getting is something they have tampered with. Okay? Organic food is grown at your house, in your dirt. It is grown at your home. You control it. You grow it. That is what organic food is. That is the most natural food you can eat. And if anybody tells you otherwise, It's because Walmart and all these big brand companies want to charge you an extraordinary price for something you think is better for you, and it's not. Okay? Organic food is not good for you, and they are overpriced. Okay? I'm not going to say it's necessarily bad, but I guarantee you it's been changed. So that's where we're at. So if you want to accept the challenge, go through your cabinets in your freezer. If it was bought in the store and it has GMOs in it, separate it out from what doesn't and videotape it. Okay? Tracy says, I have to have dirt hauled in to be able to grow anything. We can't get anything to grow in the sand. That's right. But what you can do is build you a homemade flower bed that you can put your stuff in, and you can grow it yourself above the ground. Add pot and soil, manure, compost, whatever you need, and grow it that way. Build it on top of the dirt, and it'll work. So, I hate to go because we still got 14 people in here, but I could sit here all day. And I don't want to sit here all day. Y'all have other stuff to do, and so do I. So, you guys hold tight. If you accept the challenge, when I get all the videos together, yeah, you'll start seeing them pop up on the page. Everybody hang with me if you'll do it for me. And the whole point is to bring awareness, okay? So you're helping me help others. That's all it is. We're helping each other. So if you want to do it, I'd appreciate it. And you guys, y'all help me out. Like I said, if there's a topic you want to cover, send me an email. We'll handle it. If there's someplace specific or an event coming up in Texas that you want to see me cover, send me an email, okay? Communicate with me. Y'all are the smoking aces. We are here because of y'all, okay? We are here because of y'all. So whatever you guys want to do with the channel, I need your feedback. I would much rather do stuff than sit here and keep going live at home, okay? I got to work on getting a banner on my lives today. That's big number one. Because if I'm going to do Freedom Kids, I either need to get my Cash App up there to get Cash App donations, or I really, really, really need some sidewalk chalk. And so far, I've had none come in. So, got to get better at doing that. You guys finish up your conversations. Tell everybody bye. Get started on your GMO and non-GMO stuff. Get your video to me as quick as you can. Just bear in mind, it's got to be able to be emailed. So, everybody, I may go live later. I may not. I don't know. If I do, it'll be after all the vigil. So, hang tight, guys. I love each and every one of you. Please have a blessed rest of the day.